The Battle of Fort Grant was part of the broader conflicts between the United States military and the Apache tribes in the 1860s during the American westward expansion. This period was marked by the U.S. government's efforts to suppress indigenous resistance to territorial incursions and secure control over valuable resources and land. Fort Grant, originally established as Camp Grant in 1860 near the San Pedro River in Arizona Territory, served as a key military post in the region. Its purpose was to protect settlers and maintain military control in Apache territory. However, its location placed it directly in the path of the Mescalero Apache, who fiercely resisted U.S. encroachment on their traditional lands. The Mescalero Apache, a nomadic group known for their mobility and guerrilla warfare tactics, sought to defend their homeland against U.S. expansion. Their deep knowledge of the rugged terrain gave them an advantage in their resistance efforts. They often attacked military supply lines and settlements to weaken U.S. control in the region. The battle likely involved small skirmishes rather than a large-scale engagement, as was typical of Apache resistance tactics. Apache warriors, led by skilled leaders, would ambush U.S. troops or raid supply routes before retreating into the mountains. U.S. forces, often hampered by the challenging desert terrain and their unfamiliarity with Apache tactics, faced significant difficulties in countering this resistance. The U.S. Army's strategy involved constructing forts like Fort Grant to exert a permanent presence in Apache territory. These forts allowed them to launch punitive expeditions and pursue Apache groups. Despite their technological and logistical advantages, U.S. forces struggled to bring the Apache under control during the 1860s. The conflict at Fort Grant exemplified the larger struggle between indigenous peoples and the U.S. government during this era. It highlighted the resilience of the Apache and the lengths to which they would go to protect their way of life. However, the U.S. military eventually overwhelmed the Mescalero Apache through relentless campaigns and the destruction of their food sources, leading to their forced relocation to reservations. The Battle of Fort Grant underscores the broader history of resistance and displacement during westward expansion, marking a pivotal chapter in the history of the American Southwest.